Hello guys. In this video we will be looking into the relative sort array question. So let us check the question first. We have been given two arrays, array 1 and array 2. The elements of array 2 are distinct, okay? And all the elements in array 2 are also present in array 1. Okay, that's fine. We have to sort the elements of array 1 such that the relative ordering of the items in array 1 are same as array 2, okay? And all the elements that appear in array 2 that do not appear in array 2 should be placed at the end in ascending order. Sure. So if you check this question, so how what does it says is that we have to sort this array based on the order which is given in array 2. So here if you see we have 2 before 1, 4 before 6, 9 and 3. So that order we have to preserve. So here if you check, 2 is appearing three times in this input array, and that is the reason we have put 2, and followed by which there is 1, then there is 4, then there is 3, then there is 9 and 6, and 7 and 19 are not present in array 2, so we have placed them at the end in ascending order. So I think the question is pretty much clear right now. So we will look into the most optimal solution for this one. Okay. So we have been given this as the input array. So we have to first somehow find the count of each element in array 1, right? So so we can do that based on uh, we can have an array to do that or a hash map. Okay. So the first thing which we will do is that we will try to find the frequency of all the elements in array 1. Okay. So So if you check, 2 is appearing three times, 2 appears three times, and 1 appears one time, and then again, okay. So this is the tree map which we will be having. So what we have done is that we have iterated through all the elements of array 1, and I have created this tree map. The first element in the tree map suggests the label, and the second element in the second is the value of it, that is the count of it. So here if you check, 1 is appearing only once, 2 is appearing three times, 3 is appearing two times, and so on. So once we have this tree map ready, what we can do is that we can loop through array 2. We will get the first element, and we will get it, that entry from the tree map. So it is 2 comma 3. Okay. So once we have this, so we know that 2 is appearing three times. So what we can do is that we can modify our array 1 such that the first three elements are 2. Okay. So now I can say that until this point my array 1 is sorted. Similarly, after that I'll go to the next element. So that is 1. So I'll remove it from the map, and I'll modify my array 1 then. So since the count is 1, I will only update one element. So after this, I have 4 with me. So 4 is also appearing one time. So I'll remove it from the map, and it would be 4 over here. Then the next element is 3. So 3 is appearing two times. I will remove it from the map, and I will process it. So it would be something like this: 3 and 3. Okay. So the next element is 9. So 9 is appearing one time. I will remove it from the map, and this would be 9. Then I have 6. 6 is also appearing one time. So I'll remove it from the map, and it would come here 6. Then if you see we have 7 and 19. Okay, so then we will iterate through all the now as now since we have exhausted our array 2, we will iterate through the map and we will check which all elements are remaining. So we have 7 and 19 remaining. So after then we will update 7, we will process 7, and similarly 19 at the end. And this is how we will get this as the resultant output. So I'm sure you might have understood the algorithm by now. So we will look into the pseudocode and the proper code for that. This is the Java code for that particular question. So the first thing which I am doing is that yeah, so the first thing what I am doing is that I have created a tree map, and then I'm iterating all the elements in array 1 and I'm creating the map, followed by which uh, I am looping through array 2, getting the count and modifying the array 1. And once this is done, I am removing that entry from the map. So once all the array 2 is exhausted, I will check for all the remaining elements in the map and subsequently update array 1. And once everything is done, I will have my resultant array in the answer. Like resultant array would be my answer. Okay, so that is pretty much about it. The time complexity is we go of n log n. The reason for that being a tree map in worst case would take n log n time for insertion and creating it. And also the space complexity is of order of n. The reason for that being the tree map can grow in order of the input array A1. So one thing to notice here is that the question which is given to us here, it says that the length of the array would be at max 1000, right? But I have created a generic solution which would be applicable to any input size, right? So this is a generic solution. Uh, the other way to look at it would be to create a array of size 1001. That way also can be done, but this is a more generic solution for that. So I hope you're able to understand this. If you have anything, any doubts or anything, any suggestion, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you for watching.